have to clear up about me. Now about you.
Oh.
I watched that show that what is it? She's Gotta Have It.
You watched it?
Oh my God, don't celebrate. Jesus. You know, I thought I spent a lot of time wasted watching animal shows on Netflix. But I'm happier for myself now. Because at least I don't watch trash like that on a regular basis.
What was trash? What was trash about it?
Everything. Okay, all right.
Oh my God.
So this might be because I'm coming from a male's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it seemed like a pure, strong, independent black woman's fantasy, and
it was mine. Go ahead.
And it just seemed so stupidly over the top. I couldn't take it seriously. So like, the one problem I really had was all the white people in it are just these crazy caricatures. Like there's nothing real about them.
You gotta name one. You can't just say stuff like that.
Okay, all right. So all right, who am I thinking of?
There's only one
the
white
art
person I can think of.
Well, there's two. There's the art gallery person who's like, oh, I know so much about Black history. Oh, this is you're not telling me anything. The person that she makes fun of.
The one who's really, really extra with the black wife?
Does he have a black wife? I don't remember. I just remember him being at the art gallery. He's like a famous actor, the guy who plays him.
I think I know you're talking about.
Kind of Jewy voice.
But that was for that character, that was the point. Like, there's certain white artists who think that they know more about black culture than black people. But it was meant to be that way. Okay, but...
And the only white lady that seemed to live in that brownstone.
Oh, God, I fucking hated her. I fucking hated that lady.
It's like, why is there no normal white person that,
No, but
Opal's kid. So Opal is half white. I don't know if you know.
Oh, the lesbian girl.
Yes, lesbian. And her child is like super white. Even like
she's not.
She's super vegan and everything.
Yeah.
Which I want to touch up on. No, let me rephrase that. The kids in this show. Oh my God. So
both
woke.
of the mixed one?
So woke. The kids. It's like what fourth grader is talking about Nicki Minaj is playing a role and I'm so aware. Wake up, people. What?
Oh, he's about the black guy?
Yeah.
But that could be a thing. I mean, I can't remember what the shit I was aware of in the 4th or 5th grade, but I thought that was cool. I mean, I think that that's a play on you think that kids don't know as much as they do, or they're not aware as much as... They aren't as aware of as much as you think that they are. I think that a lot of things are what's the word? Dramatized? Dramatized. You're not...
What?
Dramatized? Like, made to be more dramatic? You're not smarter than me. Let's get that all the way straight. So I think it's made to be that way to get a point across. Do I think that, if you ask the average 4th grader, they're going to have that response? No, but I think that it's a call to kids pick up more than you think that they pick up.
And I'm okay with that. It would have been nicer if, they went a little bit more subtle, like say, Opal's child. I can't remember her name for the life of me. But,
I forget it too.
I did like that she picked up on Nola just sort of being there for like a short term. She wasn't she knew that her mother wasn't settling into some love.
What did you just say? Some love.
Some love.
I think that plays to, even with the kid, the biracial kid of one of the guys, him picking up on the fact that the dad had the painting of Nola in the apartment. It's like, I think all of that is to say that kids know more than you think they do. Because basically, he kind of snitched on his own dad without snitching. Honestly, if my dad brought in a painting of a woman, I wouldn't ask who's the woman in the picture. It would just be, I would assume, like every other art, it's some random woman. I wouldn't But
I always assume if a guy bought a painting of a woman, he's beating off to that painting. That's what I bought it.
people beat off to art now. That's a thing.
Now, that's been a thing forever. What are you talking about now?
What? Get a good Picasso. Shit. I don't have to do nothing else. But okay, who? Because I'm gonna ask you a question about it. You saw the whole thing?
Yes.
Who out of the three guys? Who do you think you're most like?
Ooh, that's...
Because put the three of them together, it's like the dopest dude. But separately, they all have their flaws, but they all have their pros.
I don't really know. I think I'm probably a mixture of Greer and James.
James is the older guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His name is Mr. Downstreet.
Mr. Overstreet. Mr. Overstreet, yeah. Oh, no, his name is Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Overstreet, and then Greer. You give me more of a Greer vibe, but...
Wow, okay. Jesus. What?
You look, I mean, as far as, like, you look the most like Greer, but... I would say that. Between Jamie and Greer. Together. Yeah. Why do you say you're a mixture of both of them?
Because the only three options were those two and Mars, and
I love Mars. Mars is my fave. He's my fave.
But I'm nothing like him.
No, you're not. Well, no, he has. What I like about Mars is the kind of guy who is like very lighthearted, and I love him for that. He's funny, but he also has like this caringness to him. But his funny, I think, sometimes might get old. Like, it's really cool in the beginning, but after a while, I was like, nigga, do you take anything seriously? Everything's a joke. But I liked him the most. His personality, he's super funny, and he has a really caring side to him. So, but yeah, you didn't answer my question. So, what about Greer? Do you think resembles you?
I think I'm a lot like Greer in the sense that I'm more or less a neat kind of person, not like a cool person, but just neat, kind of put together. Let's see, I don't really know how to put it in words.
Like, he's like, Greer is like very, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, like, by put together. He's just not like I don't know. When I first saw him, I thought he was very like, you could tell he puts too much into his appearance. Yeah. It's a good thing if nobody in the community is complaining, but you're the problem. If it was okay that he did that before you got here, bitch, too bad.
People complain. They just don't care until white people complain.
How you have somebody in a neighborhood for years and we don't get together and complain, but as soon as the white person complains, we're on their side. But in the show, nobody was on her side with that.
Yeah, in the show, again, because it's such a one-sided show.
It's one-sided towards what? What's one-sided about it?
With the exception of a few moments with Nola questioning herself, questioning her actions. Aside from that, it's definitely it's a show about black people just being awesome. Like, black people are great. Everyone else kind of sucks and they don't get it.
First of all, what's wrong with that? And second of all, I think Nola's very flawed.
She is. Which is
I think all the characters, Shemeka, the girl, she was very flawed. The light-skinned girl, I don't know. I can't remember what her flaws were, but I don't think any of them were perfect.
Opal was the only one that was like
flaw-free.
Yeah, and that's I can.
And that's because her white side took over.
No, because the white people were all fucked up.
Because there was only one white person, which was the gentrification bitch. That's the only white person, and the white girl that was in the group, but she didn't really talk much. But she had the Black Lives Matter shirt on. I saw that, right? She down though, so she's cool. I think she took the African dancing class too. She did. She lit. But I think he definitely showcased that black people are awesome. But with that, he also definitely, I think, showcased the flaws. absolutely.
But what kind of angered me is that every time a flaw showed up, it sort of got put on the back burner. Like, yeah, shit's going down, but then at the end of the day, what are the ramifications? The only person who really had anything bad happen to them was, what's her friend with the butt injections?
Shemeka.
Shemeka. Yeah, she's the only one where something bad actually happened. She was hospitalized because of her choices. Nola, for all of the bullshit that she says and goes through with the men, nothing ever comes of it. Like, I was expecting at the end, or even at the art gallery, some kind of tension and, something would happen, something that would impact her life.
I think you're talking about in terms of the guys. You think but you felt like she should be punished for having 3 different guys?
Well, not necessarily having 3 different guys, but sort of toying with them.
But the thing about Nola, which I think she made very clear to all of them, that there were other guys and that she wasn't looking to be in a relationship.
She did, but the second that they showed that they wanted to be more, or they were showing that they, it was very clear that they didn't want to be just fuck buddies,
That's their
problem. But that's the thing,
right.
A relationship is 2 people.
Right.
Greer showed that he wanted to be more than fuck buddies by taking her out on that date.
Yeah.
And she, oh no, we're supposed to be fuck buddies, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, she went on the date with him and broke, that one rule. Mars, oh yeah, just fuck buddies. But Mars is helping her out with everything.
That's true.
Jamie, this dude dropped, what was it, $10,000
Yes.
on her bullshit
Got
painting?
that shit right back cause she ain't need it. He got that shit right back cause she ain't need it.
I get it, because she's a strong, independent black woman.
Yes.
Of course. But
That was so fucking sarcastic the way you said that shit. This is an independent black woman. And
because, where is the ramification? She gave back the money. I would have respected it if she gave back the money and she dealt with actual problems. Like, okay, I need to make money for rent.
she was problems. She didn't have rent money. But she could have easily said, well, this solves all my problems. Let me take it. But she said, no, it means more to me for him to take it back so he doesn't have this power over me. Because if you remember, his wife stopped it. She got the money. She was going to keep it. Then the wife stopped the check, and then she was like, you know what? This is the reason why I don't do this. And so then she got the money on her own. But with Mars did kind of tell her about herself, which I'm glad he kind of did. Because she did kind of take advantage. I felt that out of anybody, it was more so with Mars. Because, he was the sweetest out of all of them. And he kind of said something about it. But I think for that, she does deserve to get told off. But the fact that these guys want to be with her on a more deeper level is their own kind of problem. It's kind of, you know what, and I kind of like it because I think it's the reverse of how it usually happens where, a girl kind of wants more or has these feelings for a guy and they keep kind of keeping them in this box or selling them dreams or selling them false hope that isn't actually true. So it was kind of nice seeing a woman do it for once. To say, no, you stay in your place, you stay in your box, and you don't come out. Because usually that's kind of, I see it more done with women. They're like, they get all the relationship benefits without actually having to call it a relationship. So it was nice to see a woman kind of moving around and being unapologetic. But I felt bad for Mars because Mars is my favorite. I did feel like she took a little bit of advantage of him, but the other two, nah, it's fine.
And at the end of the day, what was the point of it all? At the end of the day, she's still just her. Nothing's really changed. She went through that oh yeah, I'm me thing where she's trying to figure out like, oh, you put them all together and they made the perfect.
They do.
Yeah. And then, at Thanksgiving, she's like, oh yeah, I don't want to be with you guys. I want to just be with me because I'm so awesome.
She said that. I hear that. I want to be with me too. Like I was like, you know what? If that actually worked, I would, because I think that a lot of times there are things that are like if you get into a relationship, this person has all these things, but there's also these things that they don't have, and it would be great to get that from other people and be able to kind of have that. But I kept thinking, like, how does she have enough time to rotate 3 different guys? It was now I will say it was highly disrespectful. Well, I don't know what was the scene. Who was she with? She was with Jamie, and I think she answered the phone. I think Mars was on the phone. That was rude. He was right there, and she answered the phone. And he's like, "Who's that?" And she's like, "You already," like, she didn't want to, like, "You already know, it's one of my other niggas." And I was like, that's kind of highly disrespectful. And then there was a couple of times where she was calling, like, different names while she was having sex with the other one, so that was also disrespectful. That doesn't mean she should get punched in her face, but that was kind of rude. But she's very flawed. I think they, in certain instances, they might have treated her nicer than she treated them. But, you know, she's a woman in the world, and, you know, she's allowed to make those kind of mistakes. But that nigga's been making for centuries, so...
I just didn't like that, you know. At the end of the day, all's well that ends well.
She got 3 niggas to show up and eat her stuffing, so... And dance.